Welcome to Philadelphia. This might not be a series that you circled on your calendar a couple of months ago, but with some Curly W's in the house, on the road, this is a very important four-game set for the Nats as they're a game behind the Phillies. Everybody's still chasing Atlanta. They're off tonight, and the Braves not exactly pulling away from the pack either, so things are really packed tight in the National League East. After a day off, good to be back with you here in Philly. Our first visit, and it's almost July. And Tanner Roark gets the call tonight, FP. He needs to step up and do better than he's been doing lately, and the Nats need to give him some run support.
Well, he found some mechanical things going wrong the last start. He's made the adjustments. He's really working on getting extended, reaching out toward the target. Dan has a lot more on it during the game, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But he's made the adjustments. He feels super confident and super comfortable. He's made adjustments to his facial hair, too, and we'll get into that a little bit more. That is a good look. That might be distracting to Phillies hitters, but anyways, you'll see a different Tanner Roark here tonight, we're thinking.
The Phillies hope they see the same Aaron Nola that they have been seeing lately. This guy's turning into one of the best young right-handers in the National League, and he took care of the Nats his last time out.
Yeah, faced the Nats last time. He's allowed 4 hits or fewer in 5 of his last 6 starts for a 171 average against. You're looking at a National League All-Star.
Hey, do you like baseball and do you like golf? If so, watch this swing from Daniel Murphy. This was the key hit in the big comeback on Sunday Night Baseball that got the Nats the badly needed W. He's in the cleanup spot for the second time since his return. The Nats and the Phillies on the road, straight ahead. By PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by Ocean City, Maryland. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. They called him Lefty. Steve Carlton, Hall of Famer, amazing Philly. Ready to bust that slider right in on the hands of a right-handed batter. Beautiful night here, clear skies. It's a little steamy, but the humidity's under 50%, 88 degrees as we get going here. The Phillies at home are 25-15. That's impressive. The Nats on the road 22-17. University of Maryland, University College, moment in history for the Nats. And we celebrate the career as Jason Worth just now has retired of his 15 seasons. Phillies and Nationals most notably. And all the numbers piled up. The World Series championship. Couple of World Series dates here in Philadelphia, FP, and he was a clutch postseason performer, no doubt about that.
I mean, this is the biggest moment in Nats history. Game 4, 2012 NLDS. Facing elimination, the walk-off home run. I just get goosebumps still watching that thing. But you can watch some highlights of Jason. I want to say something. He came to the Nats when they weren't good. He signed a big contract and came here to win. Whatever you think about Jason Worth, the bottom line is he's a winner. He came to a historically bad franchise and made him historically good. That's not easy to do as a player. Obviously, there's other people involved in that transition, but I think it takes guts as a really good player to sign with a bad team, have that chip on your shoulder, have that swagger, have that confidence, and turn the whole franchise around. Their way of thinking might not have been conducive to winning, and he changed that in the clubhouse. Us as broadcasters, anybody that was around him, he made us all better. So thanks, Jason Worth, for all you did for this franchise. I'll always remember you as a Nat, not a Philly.
I think all of us will. Jason Worth was the gateway to other free agents and to other great days for the Nats to come after he came to us in 2011. Well said and well done, Jason Worth. Think about you almost every day. Anthony Rendon, number 2 in the lineup tonight. Bryce is leading off. Soto third, Murphy fourth. So Anthony Rendon, despite the team not doing well in Tampa Bay offensively, still swinging a good bat. Batting average is at .284. He has 5 career hits and a homer against Aaron Nola. Tanner Roark batting 8th because Wilmer Difo needs to get on base for Bryce the second time around. So here's Nola, 2-4, 11 career starts against the Nats. Beat him last time out.
There's the Arsenal. Fastball's got a lot of arm side run to it. You've seen him before. Last start on the 23rd was against the Nats. So 6'2", 195, 25 years old. Making a bid for the National League All-Star team. He was a 5-3 winner last time out. He's won 6 straight decisions at the bank, and he's allowed just 1 run in each of his last 4 decisions here.
Going back just over a year, he is 14-3 here with a 2.03 ERA in a place that's supposed to be a bandbox and supposed to be tough for pitchers. How about that?
He's got a good sinker. He keeps it. There's a defense behind Nola tonight. Hoskins, Herrera, Williams, the outfield. Kingery, Hernandez up the middle. Franco, Santana at the corners, and Jorge Alfaro behind the plate's got a good arm. There he is.
So the Phils are 42-36. The Nats are 41-37. 3-3 the season split so far, all 6 of those games at Nationals Park. Gabe Kapler's ball club, 2.5 back of the Braves. The Nats right behind them. Shapes up as a really interesting 4-game set. And then, of course, the Red Sox in for 3 next week. So this will be an important week for the Nats. So Tanner Roark trying to get another quality start and then some. Juan Soto, first teenager to go 10 games in a row with at least a hit. Ken Griffey Jr. almost 30 years ago.
Wow.
And as you mentioned, Nola hot. He pitches well at home. And here we go with Bryce Harper stepping in. Nats are 10th in the league in batting average, 12th in runs, and 8th in home runs. And Bryce, good numbers against Nola, 8 for 19 career. 7:08 in Philadelphia, and here we go.
This might be the first game I've ever seen as a major leaguer or major league broadcaster where both teams have away uniforms on.
Yeah, they have throwback Thursdays here, and the Phillies are wearing their retro uniforms from the 80s, but you're right, these are the ones they wore on the road.
Right. So who's really the home team? I don't know.
Whoever bats second, I suppose. And there's the curveball that dives down and in. 1-1.
Well, you remember last time Nola pitched against them, just a few days ago. The first inning was his toughest inning against the Nats. They had him on the ropes.
Yeah, he got the first 2. Struck out Eaton. Bryce tried to bunt, hit it back to him. Then 3 hits in a row, and the Nats got a couple. Bryce on the year, 77 strikeouts, 60 walks. And battling from behind in the count here with the shift on. Another breaking ball. Yeah, a young pitcher, 25 years of age, 3rd in wins, top 5 in ERA, strikeouts. That was number 100. Phillies have a budding star on their hands here.
His thing's just staying healthy, you feel like. You know, all the curveballs he throws, that's got to be a lot of torque on that elbow. And he missed a lot of 2016. They shut him down with some shoulder, elbow, forearm stuff going on. Kind of redid his training this offseason. He and his personal trainer decided on doing stuff that was conducive to pitching. Go figure, right? Not as much weightlifting, more jumping on boxes. Stuff like that.
So it's Rendon in the number 2 spot tonight. Phillies back in a more conventional defense, about as straight up as they play anybody. And that's a fastball to the outside edge.
A run to this fastball. It started off the plate, came back. Everything down and away.
Target in, and Rendon fights it off. Well, maybe some folks are still coming in. Kind of a small crowd here to start things off. Phillies are averaging 26,104. That's 11th in the league in average attendance. A little sunny over on that first base side. Swing and a miss on the big hook.
So the Phillies outfielders have positioning charts in their back pocket, if you haven't seen that before. They look down and says, Juan Soto, play him in left center, because that's where he hits everything. Well, most things.
Yeah, a lot of hits that way to the gap. So he's still on that hitting streak. Kept it alive with a 9th inning single to left center Tuesday at Tampa Bay. So 10 for 32 over the streak, and that's under his hands to the inside edge for a strike.
There's a little hitch in Nola's delivery that would throw you off, you think, if you were a hitter. Right after his leg kick, it almost looks like he toe taps the mound right. Well, kind of kicks his back leg, actually, when you look at it closely. There's a little hitch in his giddy up, and that might disrupt your timing a little bit. Plus, the stuff's pretty good, too.
Yeah, he's only been 25 years of age for 3.5 weeks, native of Baton Rouge. Pitched at LSU, and the Phillies made him a first rounder, 7th overall player taken 4 years ago. So there's the anatomy of his hitting streak. He keeps it alive with 1 hit per night, happening late in games lately. And the 1-2 pitch. He jumped back, thought it was a ball. He looked back at Kerwin Danley just in case. Danley's the crew chief, 27th year in the big leagues. Paul Nauert, first base. Tom Woodring at second. Carlos Torres at third base. Target away. Soto takes another close one.
Spit all over that, didn't he?
He's walked 21 times, struck out 24 in his first 33 big league games. There's the walk. So maybe Murphy will put the first ball in play in this one. And Daniel's starting to come alive. He had a base hit last time up the other day in St. Pete, and he's now hitting 200 since his return in 13 games. That's 9 for 45.
Juan Soto just keeps piling up big league at bat after big league at bat, doesn't he?
Yeah. Shift on, and Hernandez well out into right field. And Nola continues to miss to his glove side.
feel like Daniel Murphy's ready to lock in. His at-bats have been getting progressively better. He's getting on his legs a little bit more.
Back in plenty of time, Soto.
And he's got such a low maintenance swing. Usually those guys are the guys that take the shortest time when they come off the DL. He's spread out. He doesn't do a whole lot, but there's still that thing called velocity. Your eyes train for that. Locking your strike zone in. Get your eyes trained for that. And once that happens, look out. I feel like he's right on the verge.
Good count here to be on the verge. Couple of shuffle steps by Soto and the swing and miss. And by the way, if the Phillies pitchers give Jorge Alfaro any help, this guy's thrown out more runners, 14, than any catcher in Major League Baseball.
Got a cannon.
14 for 46 so far. That's 30%.
Coming in.
Dubo Herrera continues to play way over toward left center. Nick Williams about 150 feet off the right field line. And that one's going to be right where Cesar Hernandez was stationed on the ship. Nats get a Soto walk and strand their first runner, and Tanner Roark goes to work. A lot of folks getting cooled off here as we get ready for the bottom of the first. Phillies are 12th in the league in batting average, 9th in runs, 6th in homers. And Rhys Hoskins starting to get into the middle of everything like he did when he was called up last year. So he had that amazing 2 months. One of the quickest Phillies ever to reach certain home run milestones. So he has 30 now and 119 as the fastest Philly for that increment. He's hit 12 and driven in 46 this year. Tanner Roark, 6-8 career, 18 start, the most he had against any ball club.
They can't get the bird off the field. It won't fly. Still in the infield. There's Tanner's new look. If he had glasses, he'd be a dead ringer for Daniel Stern from Rookie of the Year. Here we go. The new look. He's changed his mechanics. He's figured some things out. Dan's got a really good report on all that.
Roark, bare hand on the bunt, and he throws out Hernandez.
Nice play.
Yeah, I liked his release point on that.
But he's a good athlete. And there's a lot of people that feel like he's going to win a gold glove someday. Just catch it and throw it. Hopped off the mound. Looks a lot faster without the beard and the mustache and the pork chops, at least after one hitter.
Here's Rhys Hoskins, 2 for 8 career against Roark. And his second pitch is a strike. Good looking pitch. Just away with the 89 cutting from the right-hander. Could have gone either way. Target in. That's just to the left side of the bag.
Defense for the Nats tonight behind Tanner. There's your outfield standard. Turner, Defoe up the middle, standard. Rendon, Murphy at the corners. Everybody where they should be. Pretty much.
It's a great concept.
Stay in your lane.
Nats are tied for second in the league in defense now. Same number of errors as Colorado, just 32, and Arizona has 29. Yeah, one of the best over there in the hot corner. And a 1-2 from Tanner Roark, and the fastball is away. Career start number 127.
Oh, I don't want to steal too much of Dan's stuff because it's a really good report, but Tanner's really working on getting extended, like through the target. And they found something on video.
So the Nats in a defensive shift. Turner heels to the grass at short. And the off speed floated in, stayed inside for a 3-2 count.
You might see the Nats pitchers pitching more inside. Talking to Davey Martinez today, he's saying there's a lot of guys taking some big hacks that feel comfortable, and that's why there's been so many home runs.
And look at that, beating the shift. Haas is going to just reach out. The ball hit the sweet spot of the bat. And Daniel Murphy was probably 35 to 40 feet off the line. That's a one-out double.
So Greg Lazinski with the first hit for the Phillies tonight, just reaching out and tapping this one down the right field line. The Bull with a double. Or Rhys Hoskins. Either one works with these unis. Put the ball in play at 2 strikes. Good things happen.
I know. I look at those uniforms. I think of Larry Boa, Gary Maddox, Mike Schmidt.
Yeah.
Steve Carlton. Glad he's not pitching tonight. Here's Odubel Herrera, who had quite a week last week with the homers. Phillies able to salvage one from the Yankees last night when young Zach Eflin pitched beautifully, but some of their bats have gone a little quiet this week.
2-pen night for Gabe Kapler, usually has 3. Maybe that's just for on the road.
I mean, wide open, swings that front foot around and then jumps back, and it's 2-0. That's 34 of his 45 RBIs with that stat. Sixth in the league in hits with 87. Been a tough matchup for Tanner. 441 career. And 3-0 in a row off the plate, well inside.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to try to fight back into the count here. Odubel Herrera's done a lot of damage this year. He's a hot hitter. Got a base to work with and hopefully a ground ball on deck.
Not near a strike, and he was going to swing at anything on 3-0 there.
Cutter, huh? Just lay it in there. Smart.
Hitters on occasion will get themselves out. Counts 3-1 now.
Yeah, throw him ball 4 right here. If he wants to swing, swing. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's throwing ball 4 twice on purpose. You want to swing at my pitch? Swing at my pitch. I got a base open. You're a pretty good hitter. That guy's no slouch on deck either. But if you keep the ball down, there's a double play in there somewhere. At least that's what Tanner's thinking.
Santana's hit into 6 of them this year on the ground. Long pause, and Herrera pops it up. So he was ahead 3-0, swung at 2 balls out of the zone, and now it's 2 outs with Hoskins still at second. And Odubel Herrera is 0 for his last 14.
Nice 3-0 comeback, big out right there. And he can do the same thing to Santana if he wants to here.
Three-year free agent deal. Turned 32 just after opening day, did Santana. A .249 career hitter, 8 years with the Indians. Hitting .223 as a Philly. Splits about the same from either side of the plate. Outfield pretty straight away. Homer Defoe about 15 feet into right field. But Turner's still on the left field side of second base. And Tanner Roark's going to get the call out there. 1-1.
Two-one, good hitter, base open. He'll throw something like it's an 0-2 count right here.
Trying to get that ball to swing back, and it stayed in. 3-1. So after 30 seconds, the step out by the hitter. And now Tanner's ready. Trying that outside part again, and he walks Santana with 2 down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point this out. It happened with Gio Gonzalez. It's happened here already a few times in the first inning. Pitchers are having trouble getting on the same page with Pedro Severino. They are. And more times than not, it's with the runner on second base, and it's going through the signs a bunch of times. Max has stepped off a lot. Gio never got in sync with Pedro the other night. Now Tanner stepped off a few times here. So the rhythm between starting pitchers and catchers has not been ideal the last 3 or 4 times out for everyone.
You know, I think that's very reasonable. And FP, maybe for some of the fans, the big difference with the runner at second base. What makes it so different?
Well, it's a sequence of signs. A great question, Carp. And, you know, everyone's trying to relay everything. And there's, you know, the paranoia going on from both sides. Is he relaying location? Does he have the signs? What does he do to relay it to a hitter? Here's another example of taking a long time with the signals. But pitchers will tell you they want to get into a rhythm. A lot of guys don't want to think and pitch at the same time. But when you have to look in this long to get a sequence and a sign, Tanner has no rhythm right now, and he's a rhythm pitcher. He's still looking in. They're going through the signs again, and it's taking a long time. And I feel like if I'm gonna sit up here and say, look how in sync they are, they're in rhythm, he isn't shaking them out, I gotta point this out too. And it's been a thing. And here comes Daniel Murphy. They're gonna come in. He thinks Tanner's frustrated. Gio got frustrated the other night. I don't know whose fault it is, but it's a thing right now.
And Gio just never got it going. Totally lost his command early the other night. And we all know Gio's a guy who shows his emotion on his sleeve. Tanner, very competitive, but probably a little more stoic than Gio certainly is. But
when you pitch every fifth day, you can't let that rhythm disrupt you. You got to fight through it, or talk it out, or go in the clubhouse and figure it out, and be on the same page. If you play one every 5 days, that's your day. And if it ain't going right and you're not in sync, you still got to grind through it.
Fastball up, 2-0. So 22 pitches. 2 days ago, Max threw 22 in his first inning. Gio threw 19 on Monday before everything fell apart in the bottom of the second. So now it's 3-0. Nick Williams, 1 for 11 career against Roark. Four-pitch walk, bases loaded. Next up, the shortstop, Scott Kingery. So Tanner's given up 44 earned runs all year, 6 in the first inning. Not that bad a number for 15 starts.
Hey, Aaron Nola doesn't give up runs, so this is big right here, right now.
Yeah, especially in this yard, huh?
First inning, and it's become a little more big of a situation than those two would want it to. Might just be he wants this matchup here too.
Kingery 2 for 6. Small sample against Tanner. He's on an 8-game hitting streak. Kingery is 9 for 31. Mentioned the league's second best defense right now, standing around for a long, long time. Target in, and that's where it goes. Ball 1.
I mean, if you're going to go in, miss in, that's a good miss. Down in the zone, had some late movement. That's okay.
Hoskins doubled with 1 out. Santana and Williams consecutive 2-out walks. And 85 as Tanner pulled the string a bit to get strike 2.
Make him aware of the fastball in. He's thinking he's coming in there again. Pull the string on the change.
Look at the run back on that one. We saw signs of that. Roark's last time out, the run on that heater. He gets his first strike on a good time for it. second. So 19 pitches, 11 strikes for Aaron Nola in the first inning. .28 pitches for Tanner Roark. So the infield corner guys pinched in for Trey. And that'll be up in the zone, fading to the inside edge. Curveball coming right at you. And then it just did stay in. Hot shot past Franco. And Trey Turner, second career hit against Aaron Nola in 11 at bats. Speedy leadoff man aboard.
Nice swing. Looked like he stayed on the curveball nice here. I believe it was the curve. Hit a little backup curveball. Belt tie. Turn and burn. There goes a no-hitter. Trey Turner with the first knock. 106-mile-an-hour single past Michael Franco. That's what he wants to be called now, Michael Franco.
Right. So you folks don't say, hey, what's up?
We'll give you plenty of reasons to say that otherwise.
What are they talking about? This is Michael in the batter's box. A. Taylor.
Stay on the base.
Yeah, trying the hidden ball trick without the ball. Come on.
Yeah, what is he doing? He dinked me. I thought he still had it.
So Trey's 21 for 23. Michael is 23 for 27. They're still 1 and 2 in the league. Turner tied with Ender Inciarte of Atlanta. Michael A hitting .392 his last 19 games. So this is a 3-week string of success, and that time Trey had a little lean going, had to work to get back.
Yeah, you got to steal it off Nola because Alfaro can throw.
As mentioned, 14 runners gunned down already. Taylor's going to lay down a bunt. He's off to the races. And out is the call from Paul Nauert as Turner goes to second, and Michael A almost got himself a hit. They'll probably give him a sacrifice. They always do.
A nice play by Franco. Flying in, bare hand. Did he get him? It was super close at first. Great bunt by Taylor. If you want to be real picky, he could have deadened it just a little more, but still a fantastic bunt, but I think a better play by the Phillies' third baseman, and they got him.
Michael throws out Michael Severino, the next batter. And because of the Nats' configuration with the lineup tonight, it's Tanner Roark on deck with the number 7 hitter stepping in. Hanging close to the back there, Hernandez.
Pedro's due.
Yeah, batting average down to 172. Early in the season when he was hitting in the 200s, he was making his hits count. Didn't have that many hits, but he was averaging an RBI about every 2 base hits. Has 10 total on the year. One.
Burt Reynolds on deck. always thought that was the most effective move at second. You in spring training, you work on daylight, you work on the catcher dropping his glove, and then when you break, the catcher drop. The best move to keep a plus base stealer at second is the inside move, because now you just can't take off when he lifts his foot, because you're scared he's going to do that again. But how many times did they do it? Twice in a row?
Never. Seldom. That's a fair ball. The Nats will take the lead. As Severino cracks one down left field way, he's got a hustle. Looks like he's in there. And Severino, RBI number 11, Washington, 1-0. Now, Cesar Hernandez is showing the glove to his own dugout like something might have happened at the end of this play.
Well, we'll check it out right here. He was due. It's a big hit. He puts his ball club up 1-0. So give Tanner Roark a lot of credit for getting out of that bases loaded jam. Give Pedro Severino a lot of credit for the double right here. And we're going to play on. Maybe thinking he popped off the bag, but he didn't. Nice swing. He was due. 9th double of the season. 1-0 Nats.
All right, here's Tanner. Runner already in scoring position with 1 out. He has 3 RBIs this year, 4 base hits, 7 career batted in. And he and Nola have met before. Tanner 0 for 5 career with a run batted in against him. And this one in front of the runner, so Severino retreats wisely. 2 down.
All right, Nats fans, when the Nats win and score 7 runs or more, get 50% off regular menu prices online orders at papajohns.com with promo code NATS50. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Number 9 batter, Wilmer Defoe. Davey has been batting his pitcher 8th lately, more seldom than he was earlier in the season. But with Bryce leading off tonight, he wants Defoe in front of him, and that curveball stays up and away.
He likes Defoe hitting 9th. Talked about it before the game today. He said when we're clicking, he's been hitting 9th. We're going to stick with it for a minute.
Good. If you remember when the Nats were winning a lot several weeks ago, even they weren't scoring a ton of runs, Wilmer was very productive hitting after the pitcher. He has 21 RBIs on the year. Definitely better from this side of the plate, 262.
But he's got some protection hitting behind him right now. So when you're hitting 8th, it's the pitcher. When you're hitting 9th, it's Bryce Harper, Adam Eaton, Trey Turner. So that's the difference. You got a base open here, and you're going to pitch to him.
Nola fading that one away, but he got the edge with it. 2-1. Pitcher steps off. Wilmer does some housekeeping, smoothing out the batter's box there. And with Turner coming way off, or Severino coming way off the bag out there. Wilmer took the breaking ball, and suddenly you have the prospect of another man aboard for Bryce Harper.
A 2-1 breaking ball to Wilmer Defoe with Bryce Harper on deck, huh? All right.
Well, isn't that the order of the day? Trying to miss bats any way you can. High in the air to left. Rhys Hoskins under it. So the Nats will get a 1-out double from Severino to drive in Trey Turner to take the lead.
who's been trying to fix his mechanics lately. After his last start, went back and pulled up video from 2016 in which he saw that his hands in his set position before his delivery gets started were lower. They were down around his belt, whereas recently they'd been up higher above his belly button, and he feels that that's thrown his timing off and also affected his extension on pitches. Brett Henry, one of the Nats strength and conditioning guys, inches less of extension on his pitches than he used to, which is an incredibly large amount, 3 or 4 inches difference. So as a result, Tanner says he's been getting behind the ball and pushing it instead of getting on top of the ball, getting late movement and keeping the ball down in the zone. So guys, he's trying to change a lot of things mechanically. He wants his hands lower to start his delivery, wants more extension, and wants to get on top of the baseball.
Well, I tell you, that fastball that struck out Scott Kingery ending the first inning was an absolute work of perfection by Tanner. He didn't get the call on the first fastball here in the second, and now it's 2-0 on Michael Franco. He's on a 5-game hitting streak, 8 for 17. And if you missed it a minute ago, Dan Baker, who's the fine public address announcer here in Philly, he and I get together before every series, go over pronunciations, and according to Franco, he wants it to be Michael. No.
And you want to be called Robert. Just a fun fact.
Been called worse. 2-2. And that ball is hammered into left field. 6-game streak for Franco. Got a breaking ball that was sitting up, and he knew what to do with it. And the Phillies have their second hit, their second double.
Yeah, curveball just kind of got away from Tanner. I think the fact that it was so far in allowed Franco to get on top of it and not hit it up and out of here. That was a pretty vicious 2-strike swing. The one thing about making mechanical adjustments during the season, whether you're a hitter or a pitcher, it's kind of tough on the fly to change things. And you do it on the side and it probably feels better. You do it in the game when the adrenaline's going and you're at your peak. Sometimes it's hard to do. And you just want to get away from thinking and pitching. You can't think and hit the old Yogi Berra line. You can't, because it locks you up. You start to get mechanical. You get in your own head. And you get away from being free and easy and an athlete, and you start becoming mechanical. But on the plus side, if it works, hey, this is a game of adjustments.
Well, Phillies may be onto something with this young catcher who just turned 25. Jorge Alfaro, hitting .244. Doing a good job for them behind the plate, splitting the catching duties with Andrew Knapp, who's a switch hitting veteran guy. They're both still learning things at the big league level, and Alfaro was obtained one of 5 players that they got from the Rangers in the Cole Hamels Jake Diekman deal at the trading deadline nearly 3 years ago. So he went from Double-A with the Rangers down to the Gulf Coast League with the Phillies, and then steadily climbed his way to the major leagues. Pretty good take on a pitch over but low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I haven't seen the Fanatic yet this year. It's always a good sight.
Yeah, that's quite a contrast.
There he is.
His body with the old road uni. On a pitch up, hit hard into center. Franco around third. Dusty Wathan was going to hold him, but Michael A. Taylor dropped it, and the Phillies have tied the game. Most probably a single and an error, and 2 consecutive hits here in the second.
Yeah, fastball up, and Alfaro gets on top of it. Michael A. Taylor charging hard, and Just misses it. And I think even after he missed it, he still had a chance to keep Franco at third, but then he slipped as he went to get the ball. His cleat came out from underneath him, and that's when Franco decided to go.
Michael A. Taylor's first error of the year.
So he misjudges maybe the last hop. Fielded it too deep. When it gets that deep, you can't see it go into your glove, and then the slip, once he tried to retrieve it, was the difference.
Aaron Nola, 4 sacrifice bunts this year. Deadens it to the right side. Murphy thought about a throw, and on to Defoe. Sacrifice goes 3-4. Hernandez next. He tried to bunt his way aboard first time. Tanner moved into his right barehanded. Made a nice play to throw him out.
You know, when you talk about this series, it's a big one. And for a lot of reasons. There's a team right in front of you. They're playing decent. They've won 10 of their last 16. And the last time the Nats were alone in third place this late in the season was July 24th, 2013.
Wow.
So it's go time. There has to be a sense of urgency. Whatever it is, however you do it, that's for those guys to decide and that guy to decide. But this whole thing of we got time, we're fine, we'll catch these guys in front of us, we're better than them. Well, so far they are. They're the better ones. That's why the Braves are in first place. And you know, you start playing good baseball, be more consistent playing good baseball, things will work out your way. But right now, you know, it's one good game, a few bad games, one good game, and now I think there has to be a sense of urgency, Carp, because it's getting late.
Braves off tonight. They'll be in St. Louis to open a series tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out. Swing and a miss, a foul tip. Severino held on, strikeout number 2.
And how do you do that? What do you do? I mean, obviously you got to play cleaner brand of baseball. But you think of historically when the Nats are at their best. They're the most hated team in the National League. Bryce Harper's the most hated player in the National League. I don't know that that's the case right now. And they got to get back to that. What does that mean? That just means being a bunch of bad hombres that's trying to find a way to win a game on a nightly basis. And who cares what everybody thinks about you, and getting back to the most hated team in baseball. And wearing it like a badge and having that swagger that the long-haired bearded guy had that we just showed you in the beginning of the show, and getting that confidence, swagger, and cockiness, if you will, and make people hate you. When you get in the batter's box, be the baddest dude that's ever been in the batter's box. You're not trying to make friends. When you get on the mound, be the baddest dude that's ever stepped on the mound 60 feet 6 inches away, and throw something at somebody and let them know you're there. That's how you get back into this, with swagger and confidence, and try to be the most hated team in baseball again. Why not? Who cares? You're not out here to make friends.
0-1. And Roarca pitched it at the last moment, cuts outside. There's a guy who everybody hates when he's pitching against them.
Just try to be the baddest dude at the baddest time every single day. I mean, as a group, 25 guys every day.
One. Gets the call on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast. We could call it a perfect pitch. Hoskins with his base hit last time. 3 for 9 career against Tanner Roark. And into center, got in on his hands. Did Tanner really well with that pitch. Taylor puts it away. So a tie game to the top of the third and the top of the order, starting with Bryce Harper. 1-1 in Philly. Behind the left field corner grandstand. So we've got Harper, Rendon, Soto, top three. It's our Ram Trucks Due Up, and we invite you to experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer or log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. So 3 guys trending better lately. Bryce struck out on a big Nola curveball first time up tonight. He's thrown 33 pitches, 2 innings. Tanner Roark's thrown 49. Franco guarding against the bunt as the count begins with the shift on. Yeah, he had those 6 hits in a row that were all doubles. And that's still holding true with 7. So not very many in the first 69 games. That's kind of crazy when you really look at that number. And the breaking ball fouled right down into his leg or his foot.
Comes Paul Lassard, going to check him out. Davey Martinez on the top step. That got him real flush. Ankle. Check it out, see where it got him. He hit it hard. Ooh, top of the foot or the inner part of the ankle, I couldn't tell. This will let us know. Oh. He is in pain right now, folks. Crouched down still.
I remember something Jason Worth told us last year. Years ago, he had an at bat, and he fouled the ball so hard on the top of his foot that he had no feeling in his feet.
Yeah.
Or in his foot for several minutes. And CB Buckner, I believe it was trying to get him back in the box, and Buck Showalter was barking from the other dugout. And Jay said, I can't feel my foot.
He's trying to walk on it, and it's not working. He's putting weight on it, and he can't. They're going to try to chief it out, though.
So Kerwin Danley out there giving Bryce as much time as he needs.
He just said, I can't feel my foot, I think. And he looked out at Aaron Nola. I mean, he's buckled up. I don't know how he's going to do this. He looked at Aaron Nola and said, my bad, but I'm hurting, basically, by tapping his chest.
Yeah, just think of the torque he generates and the bat speed. Yeah, right back down and in with another hook. By the way, that previous Exmo brought to you by Fios by Verizon. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com. That one runs back out over the plate. And Bryce needs to go have a seat. Nissan pitch cast.
A run back heater from Nola. Started off the plate in, had some tail to it at the end. What's more important right now is that Bryce Harper's okay.
Anthony Rendon struck out swinging on a curveball away first time.
Still hurting.
Rendon waits for one and lines it to Kingery. 2 down.
All right, we want you to join us for next year, the 2019 season. Make your 2019 Nats Pass initial payment right now. Receive exclusive Nats Pass membership benefits like access to potential 2018 and 2019 postseason games. And for a limited time, get access to the 2018 All-Star Game as well. Visit nationals.com/2019. It's your tickets for next year. Let's go.
Soto walking first time up. And Nola brings around the curveball for a strike. Juan was behind 1-2. He took 3 in a row that some hitters would have been swinging on, and went down to first base with 2 outs. That one stays away.
They flirted with that front hip fastball to Soto last time. If one of those runs back over the middle, look out.
Pretty cozy down that right field line.
Here comes one here, I believe. He could go upper tank here and right, couldn't he?
Yeah. That's the thing about this ballpark. Down the lines, it's about the same as any park. 330 right field, 334 lefty, but the gaps, the wall doesn't circle around. It's straight lines. So the gaps here are short, and that's what makes it a home run park. I remember Ryan Howard standing in there, left-handed for years, flipping line drives out over that Xfinity sign and left. So look at the gaps. They're just not that deep. Two. And this one a mile high over toward the left side. Alfaro never got rid of the mask. Full gear, and he makes the catch. Nats go 1-2-3 in the third. We'll check on Bryce. 20% on your Nationals tickets with the Hilton Capital Adventure Package. Visit travel.hilton.com/DC, and you can probably find somebody in the district that makes a pretty good chili cheesesteak, but maybe not quite like the home of the cheesesteak. And there's Bryce, right back in right field. For the Phillies, Herrera, Santana, Williams, 3-4-5, bottom of the third. Odubel popped up to Turner after being ahead 3-0 in the count first time. He didn't look like he was interested in walking his way out of that 0 for 12, which became 13.
So when you foul a ball off your ankle or your foot, you can pinch a nerve in there. And it's like taking a hammer and just hitting your bone with that hammer, but then the nerve is in between there and you pinch it against the bone. So the ball, and that's what he was feeling. It's just a disgusting feeling, and it had to go away. That's going to get tighter on him as this game goes on, so we'll keep an eye, see if he stays in this thing. But it's not going to get better as the night goes on, that's for sure.
Two and one to Herrera. Well, he's with that stance, he's got nowhere to go. He's opened up, then he closes, and he's so close to the plate. Tanner did throw one off the plate inside, but there's just nowhere for him to go on that pitch. And Odubel is hit by a pitch for the 4th time this year.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen a guy stand closer to the plate. That just got away from Tanner. But I mean, if we could show that angle again and freeze it with his leg kick, his knee was in the strike zone. His knee might have been right down the middle of the plate, right when he initializes his kick.
So he's on for the first time, and here's Carlos Santana, who walked his first time up.
Check this out. That's his leg kick. Freeze it right there. Look at that. That's in the strike zone. His knee is in the strike zone, the inner third. That's how close he is to the plate.
Shift on. Tanner still trying to get the feel for that inside edge. 2-0. So Santana geared up on a 3-0. Lifted to center. Taylor tracking. One step in front of the wall. Herrera eyeballing that one, tags and gets to second on the first out.
Smart base running.
Nick Williams coming up. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons, league leaders. So teams with the most improvement in their winning percentage from last year. Seattle's had a great year in the AL West, the Phillies and the Braves in our division. And then, of course, there are the Giants. Phillies last year went 66-96. They were 31 games behind the Nats in last place at the end of the season. Phillies played okay in their own ballpark. They were just 3 games under, which isn't great. But when you're 30 games under, it was almost all on the road. So vastly improved. Santana came here, Jake Arrieta. The development of some of their young pitchers and young players. Ball 1 to Nick Williams. And he's going to fight one off and drop it into center. Herrera around third, and Dusty Wathan will hold him. Michael A. Taylor, perfect job of hitting Murphy, the cutoff man. First and third, 1 out.
All right, change up that he just stayed through and fought off in a center field. See the play developing. I just hope that Pete Mackanin gets some credit for developing a lot of these players. He's no longer the skipper here. He still works in the organization, does some scouting for the Phillies, front office guy. But, you know, a lot of times the manager after the manager gets the credit, but the manager before deserves it.
Totally agree with that. Scott Kingery struck out looking first time. That was the Roark swing back fastball that was a beauty to end the first inning. Now Nick Williams has good speed, hasn't run much. He's 2 for 3. Phillies as a team 8th in the league, only 35 steals on the year. And a ball driven to center. Taylor making the adjustment, getting back. Herrera scores easily. 2-1 Philadelphia on good contact by Kingery, his 23rd RBI.
Good baseball. Got to give Odubel Herrera credit for noticing that Santana's fly ball was going to be caught by Michael A. Taylor deep, getting into scoring position. And advancing and scoring right there. So the Phillies building an inning here to score a run.
Yeah, we don't know how this whole Philly thing's going to work out this year, but remember Alan Trammell with the Tigers at early 2000s. They were losing 100 games a year. He was grinding and helping those young kids, and then they brought in Jim Leland, and by 06 they were in the World Series, and Alan Trammell didn't get much credit for that at all, and I think he should have. Franco, a double, left field line first time. Scored on a base hit by Alfaro when Michael A. Taylor dropped the ball out of his glove in center. That did go down as an unearned run. And this one to the right side, Wilmer Defoe. On to the top of the 4th. Phillies have taken the lead. Daniel Murphy, then Turner and Taylor. Top 4. You buy the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. A great skyline up there in Center City, straight north of the ballpark here. Sunset out to the west, which is beyond the left field corner. And here in the top of the fourth, Daniel Murphy trying to get something going for the Nats. They have a run on 2 hits so far. One other base runner, Juan Soto, a walk back in the first. And then Nola turns one over and misses away. 93 outside, 2-0. And Murphy hits one high and deep to center. Herrera back and about 5 feet in front of the wall, and the bullpen pulls it in. Some of the best contact Murphy's made so far.
Well, you got to do it advantageous count, and then got a fastball and just a little bit off the sweet spot. I mean, he hit it well, hit it deep, but that's to my point the first time up. He's getting closer, and it's going to be happening sooner rather than later.
Off speed, ball one, Trey Turner. Trey got the Nats' first base hit, leading off the second. Slammed one by Michael Franco down there at third. And that one on the way by got Jorge Alfaro down near the bottom of his left shin guard.
All right, the Potomac Nationals are set to host the best fireworks show in the history of the world ever on July 4th. What other day would it be? Duh. As the Peanuts face the Salem Red Sox. First pitch is 6:35. Fireworks after the game. They should be during the game, but whatever. Like between innings. Shoot up like a bazillion between every inning.
Bats fair, balls foul. And Trey left with the handle.
This happened the other night. I think it was Sunday Night Baseball. He broke his bat. He went to the on-deck circle. Jimmy picked him a winner. He sprayed some spray on it and got a base hit. So we'll see if it happens here. Nice job, Bob. Nice job, Bat Boy.
Chopper over the mound, and the race is on. And a good play by Kingery will get Turner.
So Tuesday in Tampa, the last out of the game, dating back to 3 weeks ago. Sergio Romo came down the mound. Michael A. Taylor didn't hear him. Daniel Murphy said, "What's that all about?" Adam Eaton charged out there. Davey Martinez was out there. And that's how that whole thing ended. Romo was upset about a stolen base in the 6th inning from 3 weeks ago. After Michael A. Taylor stole third, he had a ball in his hand on the mound, didn't do anything about it. And then after he struck him out, got super tough with about 50 guys between him and Michael Taylor.
That's a swing, says Paul Nauer down at first. And the count 0-2 to Michael A., who almost bunted for a hit, credited with a sacrifice that moved Turner from first to second back in the second. Trey would score from there on a Severino double.
One of my favorite parts about being a broadcaster is there's certain video where you really don't have to have an opinion and you just let it play out and it speaks for itself. I think that's one of the few occasions where that's been true.
Sergio was a long way away from the action by the time that one wrapped up. And a fastball up and in after the breaking ball's away. Aaron Nola, 4th strikeout, middle of the 4th, 2-1 Phils.
Mile right. Brought to you by Dominion National. Nice night at the yard. Put your phone away. Watch a baseball game. Providing innovative, high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers. Cute kid, wrong shirt, and individuals. Smile, not horse laugh. Smile, it's almost Friday. Watch this at the end. This guy makes me smile all the time. Watch this lady sit down. Oh, the fanatic. Take it easy, buddy. Awesome. You just look at him and smile, right?
Spreading love around the city of brotherly love. Here's Jorge Alfaro. Bottom of the 4th for Tanner Roark. Alfaro base it up the middle first time, and that's a nasty breaking ball down and away. Tanner tried it on the first pitch and missed. This was a good one.
That's what Dan was talking about, reaching out to your target and following through that extra 3 or 4 inches, getting that nasty movement. I believe that was a slider. I'll tell you this, whatever you think about Tanner Roark's facial hair and pork chops, I've never seen this many pictures of Tanner on Twitter ever. I mean, if you just go on Twitter, it's everywhere. I think he's trending on Twitter because of the new look. And he's pitched pretty well, too.
Yeah, you can kind of look at trends and kind of figure out who's doing something around baseball, because Christian Yelich of the Brewers is there. Tanner. Up the middle again. Defoe stabs it. Great play. And he's going to get the call. Looked like he had no chance to get Alfaro. Paul Nauert's a 22-year veteran. He made the call, and you know the Phillies are going to have a look at this.
Well, you know what I'm going to say right here. I say it all the time. It's 2 sounds, right? And sometimes the sound of the ball hitting the dirt is what they judge it on instead of the glove. And that's where you get out calls on one-hoppers. So Paul Nauert's a great ump, but he's hearing this sound right there, and he's thinking that's the glove. So he heard that sound, then the glove, then the foot, and probably got a little disoriented because of all the different sounds. Instead of just 2 sounds, there was 3 sounds there. Dirt, glove, foot.
Obvious challenge for the Phillies.
I haven't seen Paul in a while. He's got a nice mullet going. You see that? Check him out.
It's a good umpire.
He's a good umpire right there. Look at, you got the gray mullet going. Looks good.
Now that might have been the fastest ever.
Not an easy call. He's a good ump.
Aaron Nola next, and he has another chance to sacrifice. Phillies have their 5th base hit, and their number 8 hitters 2 for 2. He pulled back from the breaking pitch. Hard bunt. Murphy goes to second and gets the out.
How about a challenge?
I think the Phillies, I don't know if they'll challenge, but they're going to take a look at this.
I thought his foot was on the base. Little contact. Trey had to go up the line. Murph kind of threw that toward the right center field side a second. It's the right decision by Daniel Murphy. Can't tell there. Tom Woodring was in the way. This will probably show it better.
Play stands.
Yeah, what an athletic play by Trey Turner in traffic with a catcher sliding into him. Nice play.
Yeah, aggressively by Murphy. And very good at both ends for the Nats. Now the pitcher has to run with 1 out. 4th inning in the top of the order, Cesar Hernandez. Hernandez is one of the most unusual leadoff men, in my opinion, in baseball. He's just out of the top 10 with 80 hits. He's drawn 53 walks, but he has struck out 78 times, and now he hits into a double play as Defoe to Turner to Murphy goes 4-6-3. Pretty quick, on to the 5th.
You serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
2-1 Phillies, top of the 5th from the bank. Check this out. We made it to the final round of the Nationals Charity Bracket Challenge. Support Bryce Harper and Sean Doolittle in their quest to raise funds and awareness for their favorite charities. Check out the charities, both fantastic, so hats off to those guys. Plus, you can get discounted Nats tickets for participating. The Charity Bracket Challenge ends July 1st, so visit nationals.com/bracket today. During the break, Tom Gordon proposed to Tina Gordon, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that. Are you supposed to? I mean, are they already married? I don't understand. They have the same last name. Were they just anticipating the wedding?
I don't. I'm sticking to the Nats schedule right now.
Yeah, look at Chipper trying to save me.
So it's 4 games here. Red Sox are in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't forget the wonderful 11 a.m. 4th of July game. Fireworks after the game Tuesday night. Then the Marlins in for a long weekend. And then prior to the All-Star break, 3 at PNC Park, 4 at Citi Field. So a tough week starting tonight. And then the Nats will take on 3 ball clubs that you've got to make some good things happen against. First order of business, 1 game, 1 inning, 1 pitch at a time right here tonight.
Get on, bunt him over, drive him in.
Severino drove somebody in first time.
That's our view, isn't it awesome?
High home camera right next to us. Nice shot, Sam. After he shoots us on camera to begin the game, the rest of the night is really easy for him. See the gentle tilt, the gentle zoom. Beautiful. 0-1 to Severino. Fastball up. Pedro drove in his 11th run of the year 3 innings ago with that double down the left field line. By the way, that was an 8-pitch 4th inning for Tanner Roark. Badly needed. Reaches out, hits one to deep short. Kingery over. Time to plant. Severino made it close, but he was out at first. Paul Nauert's getting some bang-bang calls over there.
I think he got that one right. We'll look at it again. Good hustle by Pedro. Good job of putting it in play. Kingery did a nice job of getting rid of it quick and right over the top so the throw wouldn't sail, and they got him by a half a step.
Tanner Roark with 1 out. And as Tanner steps in, just a moment for us to wish our Masson colleague Phil Wood our very best. Triple bypass surgery yesterday. He's resting. Doing well, we are told, and just want Phil to know and his family to know that we're thinking about all of them this day after. That's a great baseball guy who's got more knowledge about baseball in Washington, D.C. than all of us put together will ever have. And we wish Phil and his family our very best. And we'll keep you posted on his progress and anticipate his return to Masson sometime soon. Tanner bouncing ball to short first time up. Waited for the breaking ball, and then Franco has it. 2 grounders, 2 outs. Wilmer Defoe will try to get something going with 2 outs and get Bryce Harper in there. Wilmer fly ball to left his first time. 8:38 local, getting to twilight time here. Lights taking effect. Beautiful night as we look straight north towards Center City.
Gorgeous.
Going to be sizzling here the rest of the weekend. Report I saw this afternoon at 93 tomorrow, 96 Saturday, and 100 in Philly on Sunday. Good job of laying off the change by Wilmer. And by the way, Nola has now retired 10 consecutive batters since the Severino 2nd inning double. And this one lifted out to left center for Herrera. He saw it all the way. Still looking up there. Yeah, twilight a bit. Nola's on a big time roll.
Philly yesterday that kind of circulated around the team was the news that Jason Worth is officially retired from Major League Baseball after a long career. And talking to Mike Rizzo earlier on today and a couple Nationals about the impact that Jason made with this Nationals team. And Rizzo saying he doesn't think it's any accident that the Nats won 4 division titles with Worth here, but it goes deeper than Worth's on-field impact. Rizzo saying he taught us how to win. He taught us how to be a successful big league franchise. He took players under his wing, and Rizzo said Bryce told him that he wouldn't be who he is without Jason. And Ryan Zimmerman telling me that, yeah, Jason was a character off the field, and we know about all that stuff, but the main thing Zim will remember about Jason as a teammate was he played the game the right way every single day. Max Scherzer echoing those thoughts, saying Jason brought it as hard as any teammate he's ever been around. Guys, they miss Jason a lot. I do as well, and I'm sure you guys do upstairs. We wish Jason the best.
Well said, Dan, and well said by the teammates. I mean, AT PHI, you've been in the clubhouse, in the big leagues. There's nothing better teammates can say about you than those things we just heard.
Yeah, he was a great teammate. Is the best compliment you can ever give one of your teammates, and he went about it the right way. Is just as important. So we wish him well on the islands that he bought.
Yeah, I heard he owns a whole bunch of the rocks out in Great Falls now. Oh, man.
He heard us earlier and texted us and said thank you.
Yeah.
So he watches.
And I found him better the more I got to know him. You knew him better than I did to begin with, and just can't say enough good things. A lot of hook on that ball, and a lot of velocity and good release on the throw by Soto. So that keeps Hoskins at first base to lead off an inning.
So Bob Henley was out here earlier today, really early, working with Juan Soto in the new ballpark. They played bounces and caroms off the wall down the corner, and you see the result of that here. That's played perfectly by the Nats left fielder to keep Rhys Hoskins at just a single. The stuff you don't see, these guys get hurt really early and work hard.
Yeah, it's one of the things that's so fascinating about baseball. Every place you play is different than the one you just left.
I used to have friends say, well, you could just get there at 6:30 for a 7 o'clock game, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Or 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Odubel Herrera, pop up to short, hit by a pitch and a run scored after a good base running play and a deep fly ball. And that one inside, 1-1. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
Close, right?
And a big breaking ball.
You see a guy with a big leg kick, you want to disrupt his timing. How do you do that? Usually off speed's the trick, but you got to keep it down. Every once in a while, if you vary your delivery too, we've seen opponents do that to Odubel Herrera, that big leg kick. Maybe slide step, quick pitch him. Disrupt his kick. That leg's in the air, you might be able to get one by him.
One and two, the count. Swing and a miss on a curve in the dirt. Smothered by Severino. And for Tanner Roark, his third strikeout tonight.
My favorite thing about Tanner since he got called up is he's a gamer. He's going to compete. He'll stick his nose in there every fifth day no matter what. Tonight he's doing that. Mechanics, new stuff, all fun to talk about, but his best quality so far in this game is he's grinding. Keeping his team in it, and they're trying to figure out a really tough right-handed pitcher.
Carlos Santana has walked, and he's flied out deep to center to Taylor. Shift on, and Tanner just misses away, ball one.
He's doing it uphill too because he's been falling behind more than normal.
'82 strikeouts on the year, 35 walks, as he's approaching 98 innings on the season. They got him a little bit the second time through. Third time through, he's been really good. Tanner's had 8 games this year when he's gone at least 6. Pardon me, if you add up the 6 and the 7s, it's 11 games. And in 6 of those, he's gone 7 innings. So he's piled up some innings this year, and he came into this game just out of the top 10 in the National League in innings pitched. Eric Fetty, Nick Pivetta tomorrow night. Gio on Sunday, still waiting for the Nats to announce their Saturday starter officially.
I think they're just waiting to see that Jeremy Hellickson's A-OK 100% ready to go. Talked to him today, said he's feeling good. They just want to make sure before they announce it, I think.
And a roster spot, a move would have to be made. Nats have a 9-man bullpen right now. 3-2 pitch, 1 out. Runner moving. Strike. And a strike down to second.
Ooh, that was close. Are they going to challenge it?
I don't know. Trey Turner might have been blocking access to the bag. Rhys Hoskins gunned down. Well done by Severino and his battery mate.
In case you missed it, back in the 3rd inning, Bryce did that, fouled the ball right off his ankle. Maybe top of the foot / ankle. And he's walking up to the plate now. He toughed it out. He stayed in the game. But like I said, you can really pinch a nerve against a bone. It's not a great feeling. So he shook it off. He's tough. He's in this game. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. There's your game summarization. That's looking to figure out Aaron Nola here, who's been pretty nasty.
11 up, 11 down since the Severino RBI double 4 innings ago. That was his changeup moving away, mid-80s. 65 pitches, great ratio, 43 strikes in his first 5 innings. 12th career start against the Nats. And Bryce takes the hook, counts even. So both hits in the second. Turner led off with a single. Michael A. Taylor sacrificed him to second. Severino drove him home. Other base runner was a Juan Soto 2-out walk in the first. Nola career 33 and 24. It's his 77th career start. Harper waits for the curveball, and that's a great swing to put one into left. String of consecutive batters retired broken, and Bryce aboard leading off the 6th.
I mean, you know I'm going to get excited about that swing. A beautiful swing by Bryce Harper. 2-1 curveball, and he let it get deep, drills it the other way. That's a pretty stroke by Bryce. And more importantly, tying run aboard.
Rendon, Soto, and Murphy. Anthony has struck out and lined out to short. Hot shot off the glove of Franco. Bryce making a big turn, and he'll force Hoskins to really charge hard. And the Nats are in business with their first consecutive hits tonight.
I think 1 out, Bryce goes there. But with no out, you don't want to make the first out at third. And I don't know if he felt something coming around second. First of all, beautiful swing by Anthony. But because Franco slowed it down, that was where you're thinking he might try it. But remember, he's dinged up. There's nobody out. I think he made the perfect decision. And now it's up to Juan Soto to tie this thing or more. Dare I say same seats? Haven't said that in a while.
Soto, a walk and a foul out. And that one to the inside edge.
Even though there's a lefty up right now, if you're Anthony Rendon and Tim Bogart, you have to be careful of Carlos Santana. He was creeping behind him. And Alfaro likes to throw. He's got a good arm. He can throw around a lefty.
Soto with 2 walks, a double, 1 for 3 career early on against Aaron Nola. Just spits on the off speed and outside it goes.
Such a good idea, the zone. Davey Martinez talking before the game. They just need a big hit. Everybody will loosen up and then it'll kind of fall into place after that. This would be a good spot for that.
Soto, 6 home runs, 16 RBIs. So averaging an RBI about every other game in the first 5 weeks of his big league career. Nissan on the pitch cast.
He got a 2-1 changeup last time up, and that swing looked like he was in between fastball and changeup. He was a little late on a 2-1 fastball, and he's usually not.
Breaking ball, late reaction to stay alive.
And all it takes, Carp, is a little bit of doubt in the back of your head. So I'm 2-1. I'm sitting dead red. Oh, he threw me a changeup 2-1 last time. And if that little thought creeps in the back of your head, that'll make you that much late on that fastball like he was 2-1. That's what good pitchers do. They change it up, the sequencing, at bat to at bat.
Two-two pitch. Soto pops it up left side. Franco on the foul. Big first out for the Phillies here in the 6th.
All right, I see it working. DC Lexus dealers, they donate $250 to the Children's National Health System. First 200 home runs hit by the Nats this year. Lexus experience amazing. Murph just missed one last time up.
Murphy's first home run this year will be the 111th of his big league career. His first RBI when he came back was number 600. And Nola starts him out with the heat. 95. Some cheese at the knees.
I don't think Murph loved this. Paint.
Murphy out to right center. Now coming in for it, Williams. Tagging, heading for third, Bryce Harper. And he'll beat the throw, which hits him in the back. And that's why pitchers back up third base. First and third, 2 outs.
Man, Murph shaking his head, just not coming off his bat yet like he wants it to because his legs aren't extremely involved like they are when he's fully healthy. Bryce playing hard. You never know. That ball hits you in the back, goes into the dugout, score a run. I like it.
Up to Trey Turner with 2 outs.
See, he's frustrated. That's a ball he usually crushes. He'll get there. He's close.
Trey base hit to left, the run scored first time. Second time up, and a bouncer over the mound. Scott Kingery came over and threw him out. First pitch hook, and that thing went from one side of the plate to the other.
Good block.
Into the 9 o'clock hour. Beautiful evening in Philadelphia. BCFP DK back with you after a day off. First of 4 here in Philly. Bryce at third base, Rendon at first, 2 outs in the 6th. They were aboard first and second with nobody out. Nola got the huge out on Soto. Kept Murphy in the yard. And now it's 1-1 to Trey Turner in a 2-1 game. Tough pitch. And he got the called strike with it.
See, he does that. He gets you leaning back, going down and in, and then he throws that big swinging, sweeping curve the other side. So look at the sequence. Out, in.
Crowd making noise now. They know how important this at bat is.
You can repeat in there, or you could throw that slinging curve the other way. See what he does.
And tried to get in there. Turner into the corner. Severino's hit, the one by Annette tonight. Turner was at second, back in the second. Curveball. Top of the sixth over. Nats have stranded 4 base runners tonight, and the Phillies still lead by a run.
I've ever said right in 8 years here. 2-1 Phillies, bottom of the 6th. I'd like to think it's Gingerbread House Village. Baseball's 2 biggest summer events back to back. The action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on ESPN July 16th, 8 p.m. I can't wait for that. I think Bryce is going to be in it, makes the team. We're excited about that. Then the All-Star Game, the 89th one, presented by MasterCard on the 17th. That's on Fox. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern. Excited about the Home Run Derby. In our ballpark, you're going to see balls fly to places you probably haven't ever seen them fly before. And that's going to be the fun part.
Yeah. Even ones hit by Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 6th, Nick Williams, the hitter. He's walked and he's singled. There's Roark with good location on that front hip heater. No balls, 2 strikes. Tanner threw 3 innings through 63 pitches. He's gotten through the last 2 innings on 22 total. Couple of double plays helping out, one on the ground and one a strikeout throw out. Phillies box scored their first run in the second on a couple of hits and an error. And then the Scott Kingery sac fly an inning later after Herrera was hit by a pitch leading off the inning, the difference in the game. Big breaking ball for the strikeout. 3 hitters in a row have struck out swinging. Mercedes-Benz with this one.
Seems like he's really feeling comfortable last couple of innings, and you know that new mechanics, the adjustments you make, there's probably a feeling out process and then you just go, and that's what he's doing now.
Strike call. Kingery called out on strikes first inning. Sac fly for his 23rd RBI in the 3rd. He has an 8-game hitting streak on the line tonight. Infield to pull, outfield a bit the other way. 2-1. Trey Turner to his right with a backhand. Quick release. 2 down. Pretty smooth. Let's have a look at our PNC Minor League Insights. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. So we talked about Carter Kieboom, recently promoted from Potomac to AA Harrisburg. These are his numbers for the entire season. 69 games, and since becoming a Senator, he's hitting .355, a homer, couple of RBIs, and in 8 games he has scored 3 runs, hitting a couple of doubles. So Carter Kieboom keeps hitting well wherever the Nats promote him to. Franco, a double and a pop-up to second.
Met Carter and Spencer's dad in Tampa after a game. Great guy, Oswin Kieboom.
Yeah.
Talking some baseball. So what does it feel like to have one kid in the big leagues and one on his way? That must be a tremendous feeling for a parent. He's proud of both of them. As you would imagine.
Pretty good jammage right there. Yeah, his dad was born in the Netherlands, dual citizenship. Caught the end of the homestand before the Nats headed down to Tampa Bay. Tanner keeps on rolling here. Aaron Nola might be around for a while. He's got 83 pitches in his 6 innings. So some starters pitching deep into the night. 2-2. Out of play.
Someone told me those are mutton chops, not pork chops. What's the difference?
Yeah, that's what they were called back in the day.
Mutton chops?
Uh-huh.
Why? You know?
Well, isn't mutton a derivative of lamb? I think.
I don't know.
Lamb? Yeah.
Brady Anderson would be proud of that. He used to rock those in the 90s. But how do you measure him is what I've been thinking. You know, I probably should be breaking down his mechanics, but I'm thinking, how did he get him even? Was there a professional involved? Was there a measuring tape? I love the look.
Yeah, I think they use lasers now for those.
I mean, obviously you use the mirror, but how do you get him even?
Fly ball to right. Harper going back. Price watches it hit the top of the wall and stays in the yard. It's a double. That missed being a home run by just a bit. Bunch of arms are raised in the Philly dugout.
Well, you don't have to use a challenge for this. You can ask for an umpire review if you think it was a home run, but I don't think it was. Hit top of the fence, came back in. Pretty simple. It's got to go over that gate in right. There's a little distance between the fence and that, between the outfield fence and that little fence in left. That's right up against it. Tough to see. Hit up right on top. So a 2-out double. Nobody hurt, and Jorge Alfaro's walked to get to Aaron Nola. I mean, it must be carrying to right. I thought that was a pop-up carp. The wind is blowing out to right if you get it high enough. Maybe like Juan Soto's home run in Yankee Stadium. Remember when he got it up and out of the stadium and the wind took it? Same kind of principle there. There you see the breeze to right.
Aaron Nola has a sacrifice. And he tried to the second time, turned into a fielder's choice on a great throw by Murphy to second to retire Alfaro. Nola 1 for 6 career against Tanner Roark and strike to the outside edge.
Well, he got a big hit against the Nats last time when you weren't thinking about him getting a hit. He was hitting 030 something. Ground ball through the right side, RBI single with 2 outs.
And that was the first time up. on Saturday. Good swing back action to that one. So the Phillies had 4 consecutive 2-out hits on their way to a 5-3 win against Eric Fetty, who pitches tomorrow against Nick Pivetta.
Grinding in a good way.
Sammy Solis is up. Tanner got the first 2 pretty quickly here in the 6th. One pitcher working hard, the other hanging tough. Tapper to third. Rendon has to hurry. Bare hand. Great play. He knew he had time. Stayed under control, and this game a 1-run difference to the 7th inning.
Beautiful play. Made it look easy.
Telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. City Hall, right down the Ben Franklin Parkway. William Penn on top, by the way.
It's where they filmed Ghostbusters, right?
Have to research that one. Here's the season series. They've split 6 at Nationals Park. Phillies the edge in homers, hitting with runners in scoring position, and almost a 1-run difference in ERA. It's brought to you by PNC Bank. Make today the day as they take us inside the numbers at the other bank, Citizens Bank Park here. We go top 7, Taylor, Severino, and then a pinch hitter for Tanner Roark, who appears to be done. really good outing. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and then an intentional one on top of it. 5 strikeouts and a couple of double plays.
But you saw what he did tonight, though. He fought, he battled. That's what makes him a really good big league pitcher. A couple of walks in the first inning after a double by Hoskins, bases loaded. Maybe he wanted to get to Scott Kingery, the right-hander. Maybe he didn't. Either way, he got out of that. Gave up a run the second, a run the third, and I mean, you give up 2 runs in a big league game, you should win about 90% of them. Maybe not that high, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, pitching well enough to win, no doubt about it.
But you're going up against one of the better right-handers in the National League right now, in Aaron Nola.
Yeah, he continues his brilliant pitching here at home, as I mentioned earlier. Since June 22nd of last year, 14-3 here with a 2.03 ERA. That ERA's gone down some more here tonight. Taylor, sacrifice bunt and a swinging strikeout. Got a front door breaking ball out to right center, and it's caught by Nick Williams. Severino on his way to the batter's box. And Brian Goodwin to the on-deck circle. 107 pitches for Tanner. 62 strikes. Brian Goodwin, who is still seeking his first pinch hit of the year. Fastball after the hook. 1-1.
I mean, you talk about the stuff that Nola has, it's great, but his fastball is 94, 95. His curveball is 79. That's such a huge split between 2 pitches. It's so hard to be on one and not be on the. I mean, you're sitting on 94 and then he flips in basically a 70-something eephus pitch with some break to it. That's why he's so good. Plus the delivery, too. There's a lot of deception in that delivery.
Fastball right in there. Strikeout number 6.
So 79 the curve for strike 2. And what was this? I missed it. Nissan will show you. 95. So, you know, that's why he's a tough at bat. Not to mention he's lanky and probably feels like it's a lot closer than it really is.
Tommy Hunter, the righty. Adam Morgan, the lefty. Now Goodwin trying to get something going with 2 outs. Facing Nola for the first time. 0 for 13 as a pinch hitter. There's Ryan Madsen, who spent a lot of time here in Philly. Long career. Managed to hold, says Carlos Torres. .92 with a lot of sink at the end.
So hard to get something going if you're Brian Goodwin. Starts have been few and far between. He's having to piece together a full night in one at-bat. Not an easy road to go for any player, let alone a younger type player. That's missed a lot of time.
2-2 and the curveball stays away.
So number one, you're rusty. Number two, you're not getting a lot of starts to get some rhythm or to see velocity and get strike zone recognition. And now you're coming off the bench late. So it's hard to get something going. Trying to put together a good one here.
Wow, look at the swing back on that heater. Nats go in order in the top of the 7th, and the Nats this year are hitting, pinch hitting, 182.
Another Tanner Rowe, gutty effort by the right-hander. 107 pitches, 62 strikes. Just gave up a couple of runs over 6 innings of hard work. I don't think you could ask any more from Tanner tonight. Barely got Rhys Hoskins on that steal. That was the closest play of the game. And then Tanner Roark with his 5th K. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
Ryan Madsen spent 9 years with the Phillies, and he's greeted on the first pitch by Cesar Hernandez base hit. So while you look at his numbers this year, we'll tell you that he pitched in 491 games for the Phils, had 52 saves, 147, lost 30, and had a 3.5 ERA. Quite a run from 03 through the 2011 season here with one of his teammates, of course. Most of that time, Jason Worth.
A fastball curveball change for Ryan. The fastball's averaging 96 this year. Throws it 65% of the time.
Here's Rhys Hoskins. He's had a good night, 2 for 3, double and a single. 0 for 3 against Ryan. Some kind of a bat in the first inning. Cesar Hernandez had just made an out on the first pitch Tanner Roark threw on an attempted bunt. Then he went 8 pitches for that double down the right field line.
Hernandez trying to get a read at first, but Ryan Madsen's fairly quick to the plate.
Yeah, Cesar's 12 for 14 this year. Holding, and there's a high fly ball to deep left. Rhys Hoskins, number 13. And the Phillies lead 4-1.
But fall behind, guys, they're going to be wailing, and that's what Rhys Hoskins just did. 2-0 count. Got a fastball up, and he was dialed for the fastball. The leg kick, foot down early, and some serious launch angle here created by Rhys. And he gives the Phillies a 3-run lead with the shot that just gets out of here.
Yeah, perfect indication of what those gaps are all about here. Where that ball went out, it's probably 360 maybe. Now it's Odubel Herrera against Ryan Madsen. And some good run on that 95. And a 1-2 pitch. Run back on that one, but it stayed up.
I don't remember Odubel being that open last year.
Yeah.
You get that center field shot. His foot's out of the batter's box. Watch this. Starts there, creeps a little more. It was further out the pitch before even.
Yeah, that almost looked like a 3-ball count.
It was a good look, right?
Try to make contact swing.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Hot shot to Turner. Trey positioned perfectly for the first out, bottom 7. Carlos Santana is next.
And Nola at 95 pitches, 64 for strikes, is still in this game, obviously. Phillies bullpen sat down. It's a good pitch. Little run back to the 96.
And then a swing and a miss to get Madsen ahead 1-2. Now you mentioned that quiet bullpen out there. Nola's gone 8 one time this year. That was his 3rd start, April 10th, in a 6-1 win against the Reds. Swing and a miss. 2 down.
All right, good homestand coming up. Probably the best homestand of the year. Red Sox coming into town, first of all, July 2nd through the 4th. You can celebrate America's birthday with a full week of baseball in the Capitol. And then the Marlins come in the 5th through the 8th. For tickets, visit Nationals.com. That's going to do it for Ryan Madsen.
And Davey Martinez wants a lefty-lefty matchup here. So a couple of hits and a couple of runs against Ryan. Do you need expert printing? The UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing they can't solve. Masson brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing. And by Long Fence. Start living the difference. Visit longfence.com today to schedule your free in-home estimate. The Bank. Phillies are good at home this year. They're 25-15, and they're 3 runs up on the Nats as Sammy Solis comes in to try to get a tough hitter. Nick Williams is 3 for 4 against him with a homer, a walk, and 5 runs batted in. So Sammy trying to set this lefty-lefty matchup straight. And the first pitch fastball for a strike.
Sammy trying to get revenge here. Remember, Williams hit that low line drive home run Sunday night off him.
Oh, right on the elbow guard. You can hear the smack all the way up here.
Fastball in right off the guard. Looks like he didn't finish that fastball. Just kind of left it out there, didn't follow through.
So now it's a lefty-righty matchup. Scott Kingery 0 for 2 against Sammy Solis. Perfect to the outside edge. On a check swing. Strike 2.
Maybe a chase one higher here. Never know. See what they decide on. One more throw over to first, possibly. Never know.
That ball really got in on the hands. Rendon the short way, and he threw a bullet to Wilmer Difo, who will lead off the top of the 8th. Difo, Harper, Rendon. Fetty, drafted by the Nats. He'll take on Nick Pivetta, originally drafted by the Nats. He had a no decision in 5 innings, giving up a couple of runs on Sunday. Fetty got the loss on Saturday. We'll get you going with Nats Extra pregame at 6:30. Masson 2, first pitch from the bank. Well, sometime between 7:05 and 7:08, based on tonight's experience. Aaron Nola, 95 pitches, 64 strikes. Wilmer Difo, fly ball to left, fly ball to center. Got to get one on the ground or line it somewhere to get something moving here in the 8th. The Nationals have scored 1 run in 25 innings on this road trip. That's a start. Right over shortstop. And Wilmer Difo 1 for 3. Harper next.
All right. Tell me what Bryce needs to do. That was nice. You said Wilmer needs to line one somewhere to get this thing started, so you called that one. We'll take anything at this point. Let's go.
Bryce needs to smooth one into a gap.
All right. I'm in.
Can't tie the game, so it's time for smooth.
I like smooth. I'm all about smooth. I'm just going to let you keep going here. You're on a roll. Rally broadcaster.
Yeah. 1 in a row.
1 in a row is a streak.
Bryce did smooth one to left field last time, didn't he?
He did.
Stayed back in the breaking ball, lined it hard to left. Then he gets a first pitch curve here in the 8th. High and tight, 1-1.
Well, he's going to figure it out, and the hits are going to start coming in bunches. He's just too good. I mean, you don't win an MVP, you're not one of the best players in baseball for nothing. So when he does, it's going to be glorious for all of us to watch, and even more for him. You know, you start getting hits, you start having good at-bats, you start getting the swagger, the hair flip, all that stuff starts coming back. It's going to happen.
1-1. There's the curve and a foul.
And I feel like all this stuff where they're not hitting and getting shut out and in 3rd place, if he hits, they're going to win. And, you know, that's the price of being a superstar. That's not putting too much pressure on him. I think he likes that kind of pressure, to be honest with you. But he's going to take him as far as they're going to go this year.
It's a different kind of year in baseball. So many unpredictable things happening. You've lost 11 of 15 and you're a grand total of 3.5 games out of first. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Strikeout number 8 for Aaron Nola. Harper 3 times.
Watch the helmet move at the end. Right at the end.
Anthony Rendon is next, coming off a hit to left off the glove of Franco. A hot shot after Bryce had singled 2 innings ago. But the Nats had first and second, nobody out, and the runners made it to first and third before being stranded. Target away. And Rendon got a fastball, hit it out right side. So you don't see much of this anymore. Starting with Harper, this is the 4th time around the order for Aaron Nola. As a rule, we never even look at stats like this, because at the most it's usually 3 times for starters these days. So he's got some kind of good thing going tonight, unless the Nats can get a couple of consecutive hits here. That game back in April when he went 8 against the Reds, that was a run on 3 hits. Tonight eerily similar, even though the Nats have 5. Breaking ball, and Anthony able to pull it foul. Target away on 0-2.
I don't think down by 3 Defoe will be going anywhere. Never know.
Jammed in with a fastball. Williams, 2 down. Soto trying to get it to Murphy here in the 8th.
So it's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI 18 delivers an all new franchise mode is available now. Learn more at RBI.com. Rated E for everyone.
Juan Soto 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 foul outs tonight. 1 to the catcher, 1 to third. $25,026 here tonight.
10-game hitting streak on the line for Juan.
Yeah, he's been the late game hit guy lately. 1 hit per game during the streak. A lot of them in the 8th and 9th innings. Look out for that foul ball. Aaron Nola trying to become the third 10-game winner in the National League, joining Max and John Lester.
It's a good take. How'd he take that? Saw it low, knew it was going to be lower. I mean, when you're that still, that quiet, you see the baseball huge. Look at his head. It doesn't even really move, and he just spit on a changeup to get to a 2-1 count. Now, remember, 2 at-bats ago, he got a 2-1 changeup. Last at-bat, he got a 2-1 fastball. What's he getting here, 2-1? That's how you think as a hitter. Changeup.
Yeah.
Just mixes up his pitches so well, he never falls into a pattern. Give Alfaro a lot of credit, too, behind the plate.
Philly fans making lots of noise. We want to see this inning end.
Davey Martinez wants Murph up there as a tying run.
Target in. Nola missed to the other side of the plate with the fastball.
That was a fatigued swing back fastball. He doesn't have his legs underneath him anymore at 110 pitches, so he didn't get that where he wanted to. I'm trying to think who he got. Oh, Brian Goodwin. That was the nastiest pitch he threw all night. Strike 3 to Goodwin. Comes a curve.
Wow. The poise of somebody who's been in the big leagues for 5 years or more.
Well, just the 2-strike approach. He spreads out. His head's right down the strike zone, so he's seeing the ball like a beach ball. I'd be shocked if he doesn't throw him that front hip fastball here. Tie and run, he might get the curve. I think because he's not, he might get a heater here. He's getting a curve.
Defoe on the move here. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. And Soto defensively gets it to the foul side.
Fighting. Trying to get down there for Murph. Season high pitches 113. This will be 113. He fouled it off and looked right out at Nola. Did you see that? I mean, he's into it. I love it. Borderline pitch, spoiled it, and looked right at the pitcher.
Gonna have to work to get me out, right?
It's just intense, man. I love it.
Back to the screen it goes, and what a walk by Soto. Yeah, Wilmer stop at second. Murphy will represent the tying run after one of the best walks you will ever see in this situation.
Yeah, bared down, fouled some tough pitches off, and now that's going to do it. Got in the bullpen, too. Here comes the Phillies skipper. Double switch time. Got in the bullpen, and I think Adam Morgan's going to be in this game to face Murphy.
Nola walked 2 batters tonight, and it was Juan Soto both times. Great ball game for him. 7 2/3 with the Nats. A fighting chance here. A pitcher that Daniel Murphy's had problems with in the past. More on that in a moment as we'll get the lefty-lefty matchup. First of all, 33rd appearance. Look at the ERA. Strikeout to walk numbers, not very good. But Daniel Murphy career is 1 for 14 against Adam Morgan.
I'll go back to the 8th inning Sunday. Daniel Murphy with the big knock. I don't know how he did that, but he did. He's trying to do it again right here. So 1 for 14, I say he's due.
That's a great baseball way to look at it. With Defoe at second, Soto at first, 2 outs here in the 8th. Murphy, little pop fly. Right there's Hernandez, similar to the one back in the first inning. So on 1 pitch, the Nats are gone, and the drought continues.
As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's time for our 4th drive of the game, and we're going back to the 7th inning. Rhys Hoskins on a 2-0 fastball from Ryan Madsen. His 13th home run of the year. Looked into the dugout, and it got out just barely, I think, the 2nd row. We're your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Welcome back, Brandon Kintzler. 31 appearances before going on the DL. 30 hits in 28 innings, 21 Ks, 12 walks. Was so happy that forearm thing wasn't anything more serious. And here he is.
Good to see him back on the mound. Fastball slider change. Fastball averaging 92.5 miles an hour this year. He throws it 83% of the time.
So for the Phillies, it'll be 7, 8, 9. Michael Franco, Jorge Alfaro, and Aaron Altair, who came in on the double switch to play right field. Franco tonight, pair of doubles around to pop up. Scored a run back in the 2nd. And some nice life and movement on that fastball.
I say it all the time, but no matter how long you've been around, your first time back up on the mound, you're feeling some butterflies when you miss some time. Adrenaline may be a better word.
There's a check swing to hit the bat. Appeared to be close to Franco's hands. Strike 2.
Try to swing it back here.
Room out there to do it, and that was close. Up and in on the right-handed batter.
Good effort. All right, Friday, July 6th, be one of the first 25,000 fans. This is going to be a good one. It's the hottest giveaway of the summer, easily. Bryce Harper Patriotic Bobblehead presented by SAIC. Visit Nationals.com for tickets today. He's in his blue Patriotic Nats uni. It's a good-looking bobblehead. You want it, trust me.
2-2 to Franco. Drills one right side, and Defoe able to spear it, moving quickly to his left.
And nice play by Wilmer. A lot of range here. Good first step quickness. Ball wasn't scorched, but it was hit well enough to get past him. Fully extended on the run. Nicely done. He's screaming at Wilmer in Spanish.
Yeah, that close to a 3-for-4 night. Next up, Jorge Alfaro, the catcher. He's had a good night. On base 3 times, 2 singles. Walked intentionally. Kinsler causing some uncomfortable swings here. That stuff boring in. Tommy Hunter, he has 1 save. Adam Morgan has 1. Sir Anthony Dominguez has 4, and they've welcomed Hector Neris back to their bullpen now. Gabe Kapler's had a lot of guys on that save committee. Tapper left side. Kinsler bare hand. Played it like a regulation infielder. 2 down. With more on Brandon, here's Dan.
Bob, talking with Brandon Kinsler after he came off the disabled list the other day, he said he feels rejuvenated and refreshed now. The 2-week stretch that he spent on the DL was actually a huge benefit for him from a big picture perspective. He said getting a couple weeks to not just get healthy, but also rebuild your body. He worked on his core strength and mentally reset as well. He said he feels like that's something that could benefit a lot of pitchers. Obviously, you don't want to land on the DL, but he said big picture, it could be really beneficial for him.
So as mentioned, here's Aaron Altair batting in the 9th spot. Little liner, 1-hop Defoe, and Brandon Kinsler back with the ball club in a very good 1-2-3-8. Trey Turner followed by Michael A. and Severino coming up. We've given you the do-ups, and here's what's happened in the past, and hopefully this inning could change it for the future. Losing 11 of their last 15, hitting under 240, but the team batting average for the entire season coming in tonight, 238, averaging just under 3 runs a game, very few homers. That's hard to believe, 6 in 15 games, and the pitching staff under lots of pressure, 5.30 ERA. The Nats did rally against the Phils Sunday night, and they're hoping here 4 nights later to do it again. So here's the 31-year-old right-hander Tommy Hunter, who in his career has 18 big league saves, and one of those this year.
Said he has 1 save and 2 opportunities this year. Fastball, cutter, curveball. Load him up, see what happens. And they are not taking a strike, down by 3.
Turner 1 for 1 with a single against Hunter.
I think there's certain closers, the elite closers, Carp, like a Chapman, the guys with tremendous out pitch with high strikeout per 9 ratios. You don't take a strike because you don't want to get to 2 strikes with these certain closers, the elite guys like the Kimbrels, the Chapmans. But there's certain guys that aren't used to this situation, and you have to get them in the zone first before you start to try to do some damage when you're down by 2 or 3 until you represent the tie and run, in my opinion.
I think it's a good call on your part.
Trevor Hoffman with a nasty change. I'm swinging at the first pitch down by 3 because I don't want to get to that changeup.
Turner drills one up the middle. That'll give him a 2 for 4 night with bookend hits in the 2nd and the 9th. Michael A. Taylor is next, and he's looking for his first base hit tonight.
Beautiful swing by Trey Turner.
So he's 2 for 2 career against Hunter. Taylor 2 for 3. And that gets some movement going in the Phillies bullpen out in center field. All right, let's watch the first pitch, see where it goes, and see what he does. Fairly easy take there.
Yeah, I don't know that he's feeling real comfortable yet, especially after he just had a 100+ mile-an-hour line drive whiz by him.
That's Sir Anthony Dominguez, who can really bring it. And there's a great swing by Taylor the other way. Turner speeding for 3rd. Bob Henley's going to send him. Michael A. Taylor checks in with a double. And here we go. It's a 4-2 game. And we'll see how short the leash is on Tommy Hunter.
Hold on. Hold on. So single double, 2 lasers here to start out the 9th. Line moving. Great at bat by Trey Turner. Now Michael A. Taylor slices one down the corner. And Bob Henley, real aggressive, down by 3, sends Trey Turner. And I think if Cesar Hernandez looked, he might have had a chance. Either way, it's a 2-run ball game now, and here comes Adam Eaton.
For Severino. So Gabe Kapler's going to give him one more hitter, it appears. Adam 1 for 3 with an RBI. A base hit in their most recent matchup against Hunter.
Near the dugout, there's some life down there right now. Some chirping going on, and Hunter does not look comfortable at all. This is a stall piece to get Sir Anthony in the game. It's probably the best first name in baseball, by the way.
Yeah, this guy can really bring it. We saw him last weekend. And I guess the reason he didn't start this inning, 2 innings to nail down a win against the Yankees last night. And now with a 1-0 count and a little pause, Eaton steps out. Dominguez threw 25 pitches in that game last night. Fastball in, 2-0.
To take or not to take? What do you do here if you're Adam Eaton? He's trying to get the tying run to the plate. Tying runs at the plate, excuse me, or the winning run at the plate.
Mark Reynolds next in the pitcher's spot.
I see a whale here.
Bouncing ball right side. It'll move Taylor to third. Nats still need another runner. And Mark Reynolds next. Or they need Reynolds to pop one, of course.
Gabe Kapler coming out to make a change. He's pretty far out there. I think once you get to the grass, you should have to make a change. Right?
Is he waiting for the hitter to be announced?
Yes. Is he announced already? You could hear him say it.
And the umpire said, okay, go ahead. All right, Mark Reynolds and Sir Anthony Dominguez. Power at both ends in a moment here in Philly. Sir Anthony Dominguez with a runner at third, 1 out here in the ninth, and here he comes out for back-to-back appearances with games on the line. Phillies needed him last night to nail down that win against the Yankees, and he delivered.
Big fastball, averaging 98. Slider and change to complement the heater. And I'm looking at his game logs here. He has pitched back-to-back days, May 9th and 10th, June 5th and 6th, June 16 and 17, and 23 and 24 in Washington. So he's done it before.
Yeah, 5th time. Reynolds, 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter, faces Dominguez for the first time, and that one bounces.
The second day on the back-to-back days in DC, he gave up 2 runs on 3 hits on the 24th.
Big hook, no way to reach it for Reynolds. Wilmer Defoe in the number 9 spot. Doubles up on the hook.
Overthrew it. He threw 2 perfect sliders, and then he tried to throw the greatest slider ever and threw it too hard.
Three nasty breaking balls, 2 down. It's up to Wilmer.
Well, he didn't throw him a fastball in the whole sequence. So the 5th pitch is the 5th slider. That one backed up on him at 89. They wanted it down the way, and it went the other way.
Defoe couldn't stop his swing. And then Michael A. Taylor didn't see the ball that appeared right away and stays at third.
Yeah, Wilmer Defoe was waving him home. Not crazy important.
Defoe 0 for 1 against this right-hander.
100.
Kerwin Danley stood up and then froze. Ball 1. A good take by Wilmer.
99 with cut on it.
Ball 3, and that one gets through, and Taylor will come home. 4-3 ball game. That run charged to Hunter.
Well, I think Davey Martinez would be happy with Bryce Harper up, and whatever happens, happens in this one. So 3-1 count. That's really 4 balls to Wilmer. The first one was a cutter that was to the screen. And Sir Anthony is not really throwing a lot of strikes here at all. I think you have to take right here. I mean, unless you hit it in the seats, you have to take.
3-1. Didn't want any part of that one.
Backdoor cutter. Huh.
On Wilmer Defoe is going to be called out, and the game is over.
Maybe a little closer than the 3-1 pitch. 3-1 pitch was ball 4. This one I think might be closer.
Nats pick up 2 in the 9th on a Taylor double and a wild pitch. Phillies out hit the Nats 9-7, and they have game 1 of this 4-game set.